Today we've got something pretty fun. We're going to open up this collector booster box of The Brothers War. So I did go to the pre-release, I played in that, but I haven't opened up any boxes yet, so this will be my first box. And this box in particular has been provided by Face to Face Games. They're a sponsor of the channel, they're the largest Magic store in Canada, and I think they're pretty great. They do ship internationally also though, and if you'd like to make any purchases from Face to Face Games, you can save 5% on your order by using code 8thPlaceD. Let's get into this box now, though. I think there are a lot of good cards in this set. I was going through the list of the rares and mythics, a few of the uncommons, and a lot of them seem quite powerful. Hopefully we'll get a few of them in here. Oh, interesting, they still have this on the box. I had that from for Dominaria as well. No box stopper this time. Box stoppers recently have been basically nothing anyway, so that's alright. So the chase hits in here we're looking for are serialized cards, or apparently the Shattered Glass foil Transformers cards, specifically the foils. The non-foil ones are not so rare as far as I can tell. Interesting, these packages are much easier to open up than before. Kind of just fall apart like that, yeah. That's a Healy token emblem. Alright, commons and uncommons, we'll put those together. The lands are pretty cool, but... Oh, I see right away something cool there, but anyway. The lands, they're pretty cool, but to me, they don't stand out so much in comparison to other ones, like, say, the Dominaria lands or the Kamigawa lands, because this is still basically just a regular Magic card frame. It's just the full art one. The art inside is cool, but it doesn't have a unique frame. But I am a fan of giant robots. And we'll put those here, and we got this Teferi. That's pretty awesome. Starting off with a strong mythic. Fauna Shaman, so a good reprint. Wreck Hunter, that's for the commander thing. We'll try and put the commander cards together. Alright, so you get a bunch of these retro artifacts. Foundry Inspector, Mishra's Bauble, nice, and Blackblade Reforged. We got a Cyclonus. I believe you get a Transformer in every collector pack, and Runechanter's Pike here. Tokens. Sure. I'm not a big fan of the Transformers things. They're cool, but I don't understand why they need to be in the booster packs like this. Put this over here so it's not massive glare. Because these are just, you know, new cards, basically. Like, it's different from the Godzilla ones, where that was a skin over a card that was in the set, but this is just a card in the set for some reason that you can't play in Standard. It's just a commander card, basically. It would make more sense to just make that a secret lair, I think. Oh, this is a Shattered Glass one, by the way, but it's non-foil. Silk, Static Net, that's a really good uncommon for limited. Found that out at the pre-release. Island, Tyrant of Courageous. This is a cool card. It's very similar to Glorybringer, actually, I think. Except it costs 1 more mana. It does kind of the same thing in a roundabout way. It does damage to any target, though. But with it being 1 more mana, I think Glorybringer is probably still better. Over the top, Rescue Retriever. We have a Doge. Burnished Heart, Pristine Talisman, and Unwinding Clock. That was pretty good. Gold Bug. Not Bumblebee. And we have a Simian Simulacrum. I'm actually a much bigger fan of Beast Wars than Transformers, because that's what I grew up with. Well, I mean, I grew up with Transformers as well, because pretty much everyone did. But I just think Beast Wars is a much better show. But I understand why they would go with Transformers with the theme of the set, and also the nostalgia factor. Mountain. Where's the robot on that? Don't really see it. Legions to Ashes. I think this is a pretty good rare. Exile an online permanent and opponent controls, and all tokens with the same name as that they control. Sorcery speed, 3 mana. It's kind of like what's that white card from Shadows over Innistrad? Combined with and you combine that with not Victimize, Vindicate. Anyway. Declaration in Stone? Is that what it was called? We got another Simian Simulacrum, a Wondrous Crucible. We can go here, Soul Guide Lantern, another Burnished Heart. There's going to be millions of these running around, I think. Precursor Golem. Ultra Magnus. Urza, Chief Artificer, the Commander deck mythic. This is, I think this is the only, well, I guess non-foil and foil version of this, but the only non-retro. So I don't think you can get non-borderless, non-retro. Here and here. This is kind of cool. A Ravage token. Yeah, Ravage was in Beast Wars. He died though. Forest. Trying to make out what's on these lands. This one almost looks like it has a unique border, but it's just the way the art is. The foreground element there. Mishra's Foundry. Could be a good rare. It's kind of hard to tell at the moment. There's Kayla. Pretty good. You have to build around her though. Farid. Commander card. There's another Mishra's Marvel. Yeah, that one's for you, Tim. If you're watching. Phyrexian Processor. I don't think I'll take out the mythics from here. I'll probably just put all the retro things together. Might go through it after when I do the little recap thing. Here's a Hajar. That goes here, and this goes here. There's Slicer. What does that transform into? Police car. Demolition Field is just like Field of Ruin. It's slightly different. This one looks cool, I think, just in foil because this thing is just completely white there. Pretty neat. So we have almost a playset of Simian Simulacrum now. Hopefully that card takes off. I don't expect it to, though. Deathbloom Ritualist, the Archimandrite. Springleaf Drum. I think that one's for Tim as well. Journeyer's Kite. Megatron. I think that is currently the most expensive of just the regular Transformers cards. And a Staff of Domination. Stern Lesson. Involuntary cooldown I think is very good in Limited. It's a pretty cool swamp actually. Insect looking thing. And Nysa Gix. That is a very powerful mythic I think. Like just the first ability here, whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, its controller may pay 1 life. If they do, they draw a card. So that's stapled onto a 3/3 for 3 is quite good. You know, it's like the crap. Is it called Piracy or Coastal Piracy or something? That kind of effect. Just whenever a creature deals damage, you draw a card. It's a very strong effect. And what is this? Gixian Puppeteer. I think this card is really good too. A little bit similar to Sheoldred. This is really good though. So a 4 mana 3/4 is fine, but then when it dies, you get a thing with mana value 3 or less. That's a lot of value to get when something dies. Skipped a card. Machine God's Effigy. This could potentially be good from the commander decks. Millstone. Another bauble. Scrap Trawler. What's that super shiny thing in the back there? Mishra. Oh, cool. Borderless Mishra foil. The rare version. Very cartoony art there, but I kind of like it. That'll go here. And Blitzwing. Defabricate could be constructed playable, I think. Mountain, another robot thing on it. Alright, you get the lands in here. Once again, these lands aren't really so exciting to open. Another Mishra. Non-foil. Titania is kind of cool. From a commander deck. I will put it here with the mythics. Did I skip any mythics there? No. Millstone. Platinum Angel. Keep on losing focus there. And foil Megatron Tyrant. The name which everybody skips. I've watched a bunch of product openings and stuff for this. Nobody says this name because nobody knows how to pronounce it. And I don't either, but we'll just go with Tokazia's Welcome. That's how I read it in my head when I read the novel, The Brothers' War. But that is a very good card, by the way. It's like a welcoming vampire, but on an enchantment. And, you know, it triggers on creatures 3 or greater, power 3 or greater, or 3 or less, rather than welcoming vampire, which is 2 or less. But just the fact that it's an enchantment rather than a creature makes it much harder to remove. Suchi Cave Guard. Lauren. Blast Zone. It's a pretty good reprint. Not a whole lot of value, but good card. Sandwell. Delivery Tower. Chromatic Star. Precursor Golem. Got one of those already. Jetfire. And Semblance Anvil. A neat looking construct. Hard to see that. I think we got this mountain already. The Stone Brain. I think that's one of the good rares in the set at the moment. We'll see how that shakes out, but I don't know if that one's going to hold value or not. Kayla's Command. I think this card is really good. I could see that one being played in some constructed format. Terror Ballista. Pristine Talisman, Swiftfoot Boots, and Maze Mind Tome. And we have Optimus Prime Hero here. Shattered Glass one, not foil though. And Lodestone Golem. Is every one of these a Power Stone? Yes. Literally everyone is. On the back it's different though. I understand that a lot of things make Power Stones, but still that's a bit weird. Death Doctor. Thought that was Ravenous Chupacabra for a moment. Clownies make Wake is a very good uncommon. And that's currently the most valuable uncommon in this set, unless I'm mistaken. Teething Wormlet I think is a very good card as well. Definitely see that going in some kind of like standard Pioneer deck, something like that. Thanos, Thopter Shot. Another Black Blade. Got enough of those. RC and Scrap Trawler. Kind of feels bad just opening a random rare one of these in the back slot. uncommon, Lauren. Platoon Dispenser. A strong mythic, and for limited at least, but I think it might be the least valuable mythic at the moment. Mural, one of the best mythics at the moment. Okay, so there's kind of polar opposites back to back. So those will equal each other out, I guess. March of Progress from the commander deck. Ornithopter. I believe that's for Tim as well. Bonesaw. Cloud Key. Jetfire. Foil. And Key to the City. And our last pack. So I think I'm probably not going to add up the value for this because with all these special treatments, especially borderless ones, the scanners have a really hard time picking those up and it takes a long time to just enter everything manually. But I will lay out all the mythics and whatnot and just take a closer look. There's that cool planes again. I like that one. Urza's Command. I think this is a strong card as well. Instant. What I see using it for most of the time is you make the construct, you scry one, draw a card. That's pretty good for 4 mana at instant speed. Hostile Negotiations. Disciple of Kalis Nin. Okay. Commander, Ivory Tower, Bonesaw, Journeyer's Kite. Not Bumblebee again. And Tyrant of Kerr Ridges in the extended foil. Can go here. Alright, so I'm gonna take a closer look. I'll pull out the mythics from here and see how many we got and come back to you in just a moment. Okay, so here's some of the stuff that I've taken out. I took it out of the mythics. You can see them up top here. We only got 4 mythics from the set proper. However, 3 of those are 3 of the 4 most expensive mythics in the set currently, so pretty happy with that actually. There's the Mural, Teferi, and Gix. All of those are quite good, and then way down at the bottom is Platoon Dispenser currently, but it's a good card anyway, so it has potential. A couple of mythics from the commander decks. These are the mythics from the retro artifacts that we got. There's the Platinum Angel, Staff of Domination, and Phyrexian Processor, but this is just like the Strixhaven Mystical Archives. I don't really view these as getting mythics, really, because these are rares that are just upshifted to mythic for the sake of something. Outside of Platinum Angel, I believe that was always a mythic. Did get 2 Shattered Glass cards. That seems pretty normal. It seems like you typically get 2 Shattered Glass Transformers per box. So we got Optimus Prime Hero and Cyclonus the Saboteur. Neither of these are foil though. A couple of Megatrons. Currently anyway, this is the most expensive of just the regular old Transformers, so it's cool to get 2 of that. And these show as mythic, but literally every Transformers card is a mythic. If I can find the rest of them, I have them off to, oh, they're right here. Yeah, every one of these is a mythic, so this really doesn't mean anything. This might as well say common here, so rarity means nothing. You just get one in every commander collector booster pack. And then I picked out a couple of good rares. So this set is kind of weird for rares because currently the only one that's worth more than like $4 is a reprint with a Diabolic Intent. This one is also a reprint, Fauna Shaman, and then the Stone Brain is actually a new card, which has a bit of value. It's the most expensive of the non-reprint rares at like maybe $4 or something. So it seems kind of strange for there to be almost no rares that have any value in the set outside of reprints. So that kind of leads me to believe that it's just that the ones which will have value have yet to really take off, maybe. At least that's kind of hopeful thinking anyway. So we'll see how this pans out. There could be some rares in my pile of stuff here that maybe there's some good rare there that just hasn't taken off yet. Anyway, though, if you're still watching, thanks for watching. It'd be cool if you can like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. I'd encourage everyone to come join my Discord server. You can find a link to that in the video description below. And in the video description, you can also find my affiliate links for Dragon Shield in case you'd like to purchase any gaming supplies. You can follow those links and help out the channel while you do so. Also, I want to mention that the Face-to-Face tour held by Face-to-Face Games is coming to Toronto later this month from November 25th through the 27th. That's going to be a pretty big event. It's all weekend long. It's kind of like the new version of Grand Prix, essentially. But I'm going to be there with a little booth set up for all 3 days. So I'd encourage everyone to come out and say hi if you can. And if you sign up for one of the Commander Experience packages, you can save $5 by using code 8thPlaceDave. And also, I'd just like to take a moment to thank all the patrons who support me on Patreon. But otherwise, though, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.